Look, y'all, I was talking about this the other day, and I didn't even know this. That's why I said the Bible is like an extension of me. I don't read it no more. It's just an extension. Like every time I open my hand, it's just a verse to read, right? And I said the other day, I said, we don't die. That's why I say celebrate when somebody died, because this is what happened. At that time, it said in 14 in Mathew, you got to read. It's a whole code. When people realize how to read the Bible, they gonna realize they were distracted with wasted time and all these curricular activity that they caught themselves up in that's irrelevant. That's gonna send you to hell. Any of us to hell. We keep participating, and we know that. So why we stay about it, and then we'll stay in them so long, we'll be like, it's humans. It's the human way of things. It's humans. No, it ain't. That ain't the way God. We gotta. If you want to go to heaven, you gotta excel. You gotta ascend. You have to ascend. Ain't no. Well, God, you know you gave us this between the legs, and you know how that go. God gonna be like, I know I don't. I don't know how that go, but that ain't how it went. That ain't why I made it like that. But anyway, at that time, Herod the Tetrarch heard the report about Jesus and said to his servants, this is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead, and therefore these powers are at work in him. See, when we hear that, we automatically assume like an illusion. He's saying a ghost. That ain't what he's saying. He's talking about that mechanical mechanism stuff. That congruism stuff I'm talking about. That's exactly what he's talking about right there. He ain't talking about that crap we made up in this modern day time. He talking about real, the pattern, the way things work, literally. They killed John the Baptist. John the Baptist was trying to relay a message. John the Baptist had more to do. John the Baptist connected with Jesus Christ and the mechanism to finish out the journey. That's exactly what that's talking about, y'all. That's how deep this is. That's why I tell folks, don't nobody die. Even your enemies, when they die, if they was the reason for whatever you going through that's wickedly bad, because somebody wickedly evil, their job is to get you to commit suicide or homicide. If you stand still, pray, and meditate, and elevate. One thing I learned in the streets, I was getting high and everything too, but when I started being attacked, immediately I stopped everything. It was like something went off inside me like an alarm. Ever since I was young, even when I was in the streets, I would stop. I couldn't stop hustling. I mean, we was working in the street, and I had boys that worked with me in the street, so I couldn't stop hustling. But everything around it, I had to stop. I had to stand up straight, because real men don't lean. That's how it go, y'all. And when I stood up straight, the enemy, the demon, it's like a sensor, bro. I can't wait till I get out of this box. I'll show y'all this trick I taught myself. But you gotta get a bunch of different gadgets on the phone. It's like a sensor. And it's like a pulse. And it's like when you sending, when you descending, it's like a pulse that goes off. Literally. It's like this vibrational field. It's sex too. Sex is involved. Damn, y'all ain't like that's legal or something. Nah, if you ain't giving your all to the right person, and they gotta dig through all to find your all, that's making them even madder. That's what I'm saying. I'm teaching y'all the mechanical mechanism here. This is the process of this. This is real. Ain't no ghost stories. This is real. This is real. It's like we ain't dying, bro. You get back in line, boom. And you better not come back a cat or a lion, boy. Tell you. But it's like a pulse. And it's like, okay, let's say you smoke weed. Like cigarettes. Same with cigarette. I've been smoking cigarette. And they pardon cigarette. Well, you did pardon the cigarette. But since God let you pardon the cigarette, that's obviously a sign for me to quit the cigarette for a while. See what I'm saying? Because, see, something goes off when you not sinning, when you doing stuff that's against the nature of the body, the bio. It's something that goes on. Give you a limited time to do it. So once these frequencies goes out, literally, I made this where you can see this shit. And once these frequencies goes out, it sends beams out to the astral world. And you got red ones. You got all the different colors of beams. These light beams are sources of energy. And if you vibrating low and you putting out this frequency, it's gonna attract that red energy. That energy will kill you. So you getting attacked by this energy. That energy probably sent you, slept with your girl. That energy probably not only slept with your girl, robbed you. Robbed you. It's supposed to be your cousin. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be your mama. It's supposed to be your daddy. Just robbed you, killed you. Poop, poop, poop. Just taking you out of here. And you be like, why does energy keep attacking me, God? You blaming God because you feel like you doing everything else everybody else doing. You ain't doing nothing else wrong. Wrong. That's where you got to know who you are. You have to know who you are. If you're an angel, if you're a high vibrational being, you can't vibrate like they vibrating. They could be just children on earth, which we call karmics. That's the way that works. It could be a child on earth older than a grown person on earth. And that's too deep for me to talk about, so I ain't gonna talk about it online. But real. I mean, in countries where they got kings and queens, they know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I might as well finish this little verse, this little half a script right here, whatever. Anyway, it said, at that time, Herod the Tetrarch. He even had the right last name, didn't he? I'm probably butchered it, but Tetrarch. But anyway, heard the report about Jesus and said to his servants, this is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead, and therefore these powers are at work in him. There was no other way to write it. And, you know, to be short like that. For Herod had laid hold of John and bound him and put him in the prison for the sake of Herodias, his brother Philip's wife, because John had said to him, it is not lawful for you to have her. And although he wanted to put him to death, he feared the multitude because they counted him as a prophet. But when Herod's birthday was celebrated, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. See, this said, well, you shouldn't have been looking at her. I mean, why was you looking at her? Therefore, he promised with an oath to give her whatever she might ask. See, he was a weak man. He wasn't even a strong man anyway. He shouldn't have had that position. So she said, I'm going in at her. So she having been prompted by her mother, said, give me John the Baptist's head here on a platter. And the king was sorry. Nevertheless, because of the oath he had made, because of those who sat with him, he commanded it to be given to her. So he sent and had John beheaded in prison. See what I'm saying? So he knew the process. That is what that's talking about. That's not talking about what we talking about. We must get that out of our mind, bro. That unrealistic way of thinking that we got going on in the world today. It must go away. He knows the process of way this mechanism. Well, I know. Because people that done been attacking me my whole life, when they attack me and they help somebody put me in a bad position, when they die, if I sit still and do what God tell me, they die quick. Young, old, don't matter, they die real fast. And as soon as they die, they get into this line back here. And they got to help me get myself out of the situation that they helped put me in. That's exactly how it works, I'm telling you.